Boom! There we go. Google Hangouts takes us live. It is a Friday. It is the Kent Beck Scrum. Is that right? It is. Yes, it is. Excuse me. We have Sam. We have Mariam. We have Berian. And also a Nick. Yeah, Nick. Here we are. I've just been in the Agile Dev mob where we have finished upgrading the Sinatra assignment to Rails to Ruby 2.4. We've just started on the Rails intro assignment and upgrading that to Ruby 2.4 and the latest stable Rails 4.2.10. So some reasonable progress there. Still a long way to go. Other updates from me. Deep learning over lunchtime, that's fine. Yeah, big breakthrough this morning in sort of Paranort's Jitsi space where we've managed to get screen sharing working in the Agile Ventures hosted Jitsi. So that's great. We are still blocked on the NHS Wiki Dockerization. So that's a shame. And I'm going to be away next week. And yeah, I'm hoping to spend the next hour like just catching up with all of the bits of paperwork and admin and connecting people that I was supposed to be doing. Yeah, so that's basically me, under control. Mariam, you were in first. How are things going with you?
Well, I was working on an application with like the same one with the React components, but I still haven't finished like the task. Also for local support, I think the one that I did, the merge one, like the world passed, so I think it's can be merged now.
Oh, great.
I tried again for the NHS wiki, but like I fixed the problem with the certificate, but it's still not working. So I was wondering if we should just like start from scratch with like without using the one in with King Square.
Right.
Like,
right.
Yeah.
Maybe so. Maybe so.
Yeah.
Good show. Yeah, well, excellent. Thank you for the local support. I've merged that PR now. Excellent. Yeah, maybe we can talk more about strategy for the NHS one at the end of the Scrum. Excellent. Thanks, Marian. Berian is also here. Hi, Berian, how are things going with you?
Hi, Joseph. I'm good. I just come in and I just wanted to check it and see what's happening. So I just joined to listen. Not much going on.
Yeah, great stuff. Yeah. Always welcome back. Fantastic. We've got a viewer as well. Hey, viewer. Yeah. So yeah, I guess we'll go on to Nick, and you'll hear about more things that are going on. Yeah, I also forgot to mention the React mob, and we made some progress in the React mob, getting like little hover things working. Mariam was talking about React as well. But yeah, lots of things, lots of projects going on, lots of work to do for those interested in it. Let's hear about more of that, perhaps from Nick. How are things going with you?
Good. I'm working on removing those somewhat the event instances spec and putting it into the Cucumber test.
Right.
And I'm having a little trouble trying to figure out how to select the first element of a child to see what the text is. Like, I think I need to use like XPath or something. But I've never done that before, and I'm not really sure about all the syntax.
Okay.
So,
right.
Yeah.
Yes. Anything else on your mind? Any plans or other blocks?
No, that is it.
Right. Okay. Well, that's our Scrum then. Yes. Well, maybe we can just have a brief look at Nick's kind of block there. I would say superficially that anytime that you're in a situation where you're trying to get the test to look for some convoluted part of a CSS thing, it might not be that it will work in this case, but I would be tempted to put some ID that you can then look for rather than necessarily needing to find the second child of the. I mean, I guess are you saying you're trying to check the sort order?
Right. So I've got an ID for the. I've got some top level ID, and I just want to grab like the first list item.
Right.
like you said, it might be easier just to put an ID in the list, but I don't know, that seems kind of
right. Well, and I would say almost is the simpler thing to do just to check that rather than checking that the list, getting the exact list item and checking that one is before the other. Why not just check for the presence of the text of something occurring before the text for the next thing in the page? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. I was thinking about doing that like some like regular expression. Is that what you're talking about? Like, because I don't know, haven't used Capybara that much or RSpec, so I'm kind of like a little bit lost on how to do that.
Yeah, it's actually one of the things that we do in one of the MOOC assignments. Yeah, so there's kind of you can expect the page text to include. We do it in one of the Cucumber assignments. If we in the BDD Cucumber assignment, I wonder if we've actually got a. I'm just trying to think. We've got the raw potatoes, and here, and in the features, and in the step definitions, it's probably in the solution. Movie steps. Do we have here? Yeah, we do. You did this assignment previously, right?
Yeah, I must have. I know it sounds familiar. I think I've done it before, but I just.
Yeah, well, I think we can.
Yeah, I can look that up. Then I can figure it out.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of just you can take the expect the page content to match, and then have a regular expression where you've got the two things and you allow there to be a series of stars in between.
Okay.
Yeah, is probably more because otherwise we're locking the test into whatever the layout happens to be of the divs and the CSS and that things. So yeah, I think it's sort of a generic approach there.
The only thing here is that we don't actually have all we have are dates.
Yeah.
On there, so I would have to know the date to look for.
Right, but you all of the data is being created from as part of the Cucumber test, right?
Yeah.
So the full names of any of the things.
Alrighty.
I think will probably serve you better in the long run. Yeah. Yeah. And I think that if you check back to when you did this, you'll find a solution. And if you're not, I mean, just ping me and I'll get you. There's it's using the Ruby kind of equals tilde matcher. Is there like a RSpec expect? No, and then actually that was the old word. Expect to match. You can just match the. Yeah. So just you can expect a string to match this, and then this can, you can dynamically insert the thing that needs to come before the other thing.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I wasn't sure if I could so Capybara, I can throw in RSpec syntax in there.
Totally. Oh, totally. Yeah. I mean, when you're saying expect page to have content, it's Capybara has no assertion or testing language of itself. It relies completely on, Minitest or RSpec or whatever flavor of testing language that you're happening to do.
Okay. Yeah, I need to read up. I need to read more up on that.
Yeah, I think it's one of the things that's tricky about working in this whole framework is knowing which keywords belong to which library you're working with. Because being able to sort of know the range of keywords that you can use and also to be able to kind of understand the keywords that are there requires that. But so I think what we've done before is, we'd have page body and then you have text one and then dot star.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was hoping to do at first. So
but that should, there may be some ever so slight wrinkles, but something along those lines should be fine.
Okay. Perfect.
All right. Hopefully that's unblocked you there. Yeah. So the other block mentioned is the one that Mariam and I are on for this. Is for the NHS Wiki project where we've been exploring deploying MediaWiki via Doku, and this person had like some pretty explicit instructions about how to sort it, and we did actually get it working the other yesterday, particularly thanks to Mariam. But now in trying to get HTTPS, we got stuck. Mariam, you were just saying you had another play with the system and didn't make any progress, or you'd something. Go on.
I just tried to fix the problem with the certificate. It was fixed, but it didn't like do anything.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So we've got at the moment, yeah, we've got this. What am I just thinking about? Because the new command that we discovered that seemed to be kind of the key to all of this is the proxy ports command, like so. So, okay. So that's pretty much set up as the default now, isn't it? I mean, that's still something slightly different from what we originally started with. And we've got, I guess we can look here at the domains that we've got for this. There. So right. So we've got now in the state of this, the site can't be reached at all.
Yeah, it's because of a certificate problem. It says that it can't do the handshake. The handshake failed for.
Okay. Yeah, it's all right. It's now it's still automatically redirecting to the HTTPS.
Yeah.
But so can we do that from there? But so see, I had revoked the certificate once, and okay, now, right, you've tried this, and interesting, because this, and it's now not verifying at all. Yeah. So, but I would say that the options that we have are to delete the app, redeploy the King Square, and then follow precise sequence for Dockerfile HTTPS. Because this was the one thing that we didn't do, was that I went ahead and sort of installed the Let's Encrypt stuff without first having noticed that the Docker Let's Encrypt has a specific section on Dockerfile deploys, and it might be that following through this, I still assume with port 5000 rather than port 55555 that this could then conceivably work.
Yeah.
So that would be one thing to try. The other ones, like as you say, we could start with adding database URL support to our own plain Docker file, right?
Yeah.
Like I think we maybe both are slightly suspicious of, you know, what's this King Square stuff that's being added that sort of seems to maybe create more problems than it needs to be, and that is in our social prescribing wiki. There that we have our raw Docker file that was able to be deployed without needing to play around with the ports and settings and things. But there. The other idea that I had yesterday is, you know, is there not like a MediaWiki build pack? Because what I'm noticing is, like when we needed to like deploy Elixir Phoenix stuff, we found an Elixir Phoenix build pack, and it just worked, and the HTTPS just all worked, and it was just all good. And like if the Docker file deploys kind of require like special, extra special, would it be, you know, if there's a MediaWiki build pack, why not just use that? I'm not sure what advantage we have from what's it called, like Dockerfile. And I found at least this, there is some recent deploys too. I don't know how well used this is, but somebody, so this build pack I think is a standard that Heroku developed and Doku supports. But so we've got the media there. What is this even? So with the build pack, we end up with bash scripts that will. So I mean, I have no idea if this works. It's recent, but it's got no stars. Yeah, we could just jump in here, MediaWiki build pack. But then, yeah, I guess this presumes that we have the entire of MediaWiki available in the repo. I guess we can't refer it to the Docker file, maybe.
Yeah.
So it's not necessarily such a great approach. Can I just search? Are there other? You know, of course, what you always want here is like stuff that loads of other people have used. MediaWiki build. Yeah, it looks like that one repository. Okay, so that doesn't necessarily look so, but it's still there as an option.
I mean, we can use King Square as a reference and start.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So yeah, anyway, that's our three options. It's tempting for me to sort of dive in and maybe do some of that with you right now. However, I've kind of got to it's coming to the end of Friday, and I think I need to spend the next hour just making sure that I've got everything sorted out before I go away next week. So I'll pop those options, but I'll be on Slack if you want to be working on any of these and get input and support, or you need extra access to a machine or what have you. I'll be on Slack for the next hour.
Yeah, okay.
Cool. All right. Well, that's our Scrum. Scrum done. Any other items of import before we close up for the week?
I'm good.
All right. And we have 2 viewers. Yay! We're at that. Look, we're beating some of those like more boring cat videos. Actually, even the boring cat videos are doing far more viewers than we ever do. So, but great to see you, viewers. AgileVentures.org. Maybe soon we'll be coming to you on Jitsies. It'll be so much easier to join and just lovely and super. But yeah, bye for now.
Cool. Thanks, Sam. Have a good vacation.
Thanks. Have a great weekend, everybody. Bye for now.